Welcome to Investor XP. This is the news show that covers investing for gamers. Our message? We want gamers to become investors and secure their future. We believe that gamers like yourselves have strong, intelligent communities that allow the cultivation of ideas, and that gives you a distinct edge in the stock market. This show, we discuss investment ideas focused around gaming, entertainment, and technology. I'm not a professional analyst, but I am retired under the age of 40 because of investing, and I want to help you build a better financial future. You can track my stock picks from the show on our website, investorxp.com. You can also see exactly what I'm investing in at kidbrokers.com. I'm building my kids' college fund with the very stocks we discuss on this show. Looking for kind of under-the-radar stocks. Can you do a video on stocks that are a little bit under the radar in this particular sector? And I'm always looking for some, and they're very hard to find when you look at my criteria that I look for, because generally I want something that's going to pay a dividend. If I own a stock, I want it to pay a dividend so that I get some income from it. But I do look at other ones. Generally stay away unless they have dividends. So it's very hard to find kind of your small, under-the-radar companies. I did find one the other day, and we already did a video on it where we bought it. It was Collector's Universe. So you can find the video on that. It's down 6%, but it did spike yesterday where it was up 10%. It was up as far as 28. So it's net gain of 4%. But so we were looking for these small stocks, and they were a good one. When we look small company wise, we want the market cap to be in the millions. So another one that I found was Immersion. So this is a small company, and they make some of the technology that's in the Nintendo Switch. So I thought, okay, let's look in that. That would be a good article for the people that want, somewhat under the radar stock. And looking at them, Immersion, I was a little bit confused at what they have to offer. Here's their website. Usually, if you go over to a website and you look at their investor relations, you can kind of get a good scope of what they've got going on for them. But basically, it looks like they like to license a lot of their technology out there. So I thought, okay, that's pretty cool. And they are used in the Nintendo Switch. So I was thinking, okay, that's an interesting play to buy a stock of technology that's used in the Nintendo Switch. We're predicting that they're going to sell a bunch of them. So it may not be a bad play at all. But looking at more detail on them, here's their customer spotlight. So they have a lot of technology with the haptic feedback. And they're able to license things to developers to use for their phones and things like that. So I was looking at some of the people that use it, and I thought, okay, not bad at all. So, we just talked about the edge that gamers have in investing, the communities that they have is the way that I think they go. And this particular one, unfortunately, when you get to the financials and you start looking at that, that's where this one kind of goes sideways real quick. So I was excited for a minute. I'm like, okay, it's a very small company, fairly cheap stock price wise, not price to earnings wise. We'll get to that in a second. And they make Nintendo technology that's in Nintendo's products. So unfortunately, when we get to the statistics, it's pretty bad news for Immersion. Negative earnings. They're not making money. Let's pull up the statistics here. So price to earnings are negative. They have some negative earnings. They are up 8% this year, so they got that going for them. Let's look at their $8, $9 right now. So they're underneath their moving average. I'm sorry, $8-9 there. So moving average, 200-day moving average. So they're below that. So they're losing a little bit of momentum. Profit margin. Oof. Negative 68% profit margin, negative 26% operating margin. You certainly don't want to see negative there. You want large positive numbers. And again, we're just looking at generic stats here on the company to kind of, that's the initial sniff test to see if you want to continue looking into them. No dividend, so that's a big negative for us. They do have, $90 million in cash and no debt, which that's not too bad at all. But looking at all the other things with this, it's really, certainly it's not for me. I'm going to put it on I don't know if I'll put it on the don't like list, because they do have technology. But I mean, they came out roaring in 2000, $60 a share. They're way down to $9. So, a lot of not so great things. A young company though, who knows what can happen. The other thing that kind of struck me on them is, Nintendo is sitting on a ton of money, and this company is it's $250 million company. That's nothing to sneeze at. Trust me, I'm not saying that's like a paltry amount, but if their technology was so revolutionary, Nintendo probably wouldn't have licensed it. They would have just bought them with the amount of money that Nintendo has. So I'm a little leery at that. I don't know. It's a small company. People ask me to look at some small under the radar companies. I would say they're under the radar. Decent. Is it a decent play for investing for gamers? I don't think so. I'd stay away from it. A lot better picks out there. I mean, we got our risky pick with GameStop. I think there's enough risk there. Yeah, not buying it. Not going to put it on the don't like list though, but I'll put it on the. We'll check on it later down the road, maybe if it's still under the radar. So I wish I could have found some other smaller companies for the people that wanted more choices for investing instead of your typical EA, Activision, Take-Two type of thing. I'll look at Take-Two a little bit closer too. They've got some good stuff going on, but typically Nintendo and Activision are big picks. So that's it for today's show. Thanks for watching. We put the recaps are up on YouTube. We break up all the articles into individual videos. So follow us on Twitter. It's at InvestorXP. Shoot us an email, mail@investorxp.com. Or the best thing to do is we're live every day, 1:30 Eastern, 12:30 Central. Chat with us live during the show. We can bring up the chat window during the broadcast. So subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get the latest videos, latest news that are pertaining to investing for gamers. We really want to grow the channel, build it, have a lot of discussion. We firmly believe gamers have an edge. Gamers, creators, lots of people with the online communities have an edge in investing, and there aren't a lot of people investing this day and age, and you can make a lot of money with stock. So investing in them, and there are risks and rewards that go along with it, and we discuss it on the show. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on Monday.